Hello everyone, I am Malay Chaudhary and in this video we are going to learn about intra and trans firewalls, its implementation in research and corporate world. So let's start. These essential security tools, that means intra and trans firewalls, are critical for protecting our organization's data and system in today's increasingly complex digital landscape. This presentation will explore the fundamentals of intra and trans firewalls, their distinct feature, deployment models, and benefits, as well as address crucial consideration for successful implementation. So in this video, we are going to learn about what does intra and trans firewall means, what are their features, what are their development models, and benefits. So let's move further. So understanding the need for next gen firewalls. Why do we really need firewall? The basic three reasons are listed here. The first is evolving threats, second is data security imperative, third is compliance requirement. So let's start. The modern cyber attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated, utilizing advanced techniques like zero-day exploits, malware, and social engineering. Traditional firewalls focus solely on network traffic inspection and are often insufficient to effectively address these threats. The second point is data security imperative. The sensitive data, such as financial information, intellectual property, and customer data, is a prime target for cyber criminals. Organization must employ robust security measures to protect these valuable assets. Let's move further and we will see what are key features of intra and trans firewalls. So before listing the features, let's see what does intra and trans firewall means. An intra-firewall, also known as an internal firewall, operates within a private network, typically protecting internal system and resources from unauthorized access or attack from within the organizations. So, typically, when a company, organization, bank has several branches and for good and perfect decision making, they require data from various branches within a shared firewall security and firewall access. This data will be shared via server access so that main branch can perform analytics to draw some data insights. It is called intra-firewall analysis. Another type of this data suggests data packets or information traveling within the firewall and security measures taken into account for another to exploit security of organization. It is also called intra-firewall analysis. The intra-firewall enforces access control policies between internal system, monitors and blocks suspicious traffic originating from within the network. It also prevents data breaches caused by malicious insiders. Now let's see what does a trans firewall means. A trans firewall, also known as a perimeter firewall, sits at the boundary between the organization network and external world, providing a crucial line of defense against external threats. So if two or more organizations, they may be working on a same project or not, share their particular data via secure tunnel, this data can be used to draw meaningful insights while maintaining their firewall security access. This is known as trans-firewall analytics. The trans-firewall protect the network from unauthorized access and malicious attack from the internet. Now moving to the next slide, we will see deployment models. So how these intra and trans firewall are deployed. The deployment model consists on-premises and cloud. First one is on-premises deployment. In this model, the firewall hardware and software are physically located within the organization's data center, allowing for greater control over the security infrastructure. Second one is the cloud deployment. In cloud-based firewall, hosted by a third-party provider, offers flexibility, scalability, and cost effectiveness, making them a popular choice for organizations within Dynamics IT need. The third is a hybrid deployment. It is a combination of on-premise and cloud deployment. So many organizations utilize a hybrid approach combining both on-premise and cloud-based firewalls to leverage the best of both worlds, ensuring optimal security and flexibility. So now see what are the uses or their implementation in research environments. Data protection, collaboration and sharing, compliance and regulation. Data protection. In the research environment, often handle sensitive data, including intellectual property, scientific discoveries, personal data, and it requires robust security measures to safeguard these valuable assets. On the second hand, collaboration and sharing. Research collaboration often involves sharing data and resources with many external partners, necessitating secure access control and communication protocols. The third is research institutes are subject to various compliance regulations such as HIPAA for medical research and GDPR for personal data, requiring adherence to specific security standards. Now we will see the implementation in corporate settings. Intra and trans firewalls are largely used in corporate settings as well. There are many requirements like data confidentiality, network security, compliance and regulation. So we will see how these are implemented. For data confidentiality, it implements strict access control policy and data encryption to protect sensitive business information. We can set the access control policy. For example, on the Google Drives, we have many links, we share it with other people. We set some particular access control, like who can edit the file, who can only view the file. These are the access control policies which are required for data confidentiality. Second is network security. Deploying firewalls to filter inbound and outbound traffic prevents malware intrusions and protect against unauthorized access. Last point is adhering to industry-specific regulation such as PCI DSS for payment cards and implementing security controls to meet compliance standard. Now, moving further, here are some benefits of intra and trans firewall. First one is enhanced security. Second is improved data integrity. Third is streamlined network operation. And fourth is peace of mind. Maybe we can neglect the fourth point, but the main 3 points are highlighted here. Firewall act as a critical barrier against external threats, preventing unauthorized access and protecting sensitive data from malicious actors. So we enhance the security, we protect the file, the data. The second point is improve data integrity. Firewalls help to maintain the integrity of data by preventing unauthorized modification and ensuring data consistency. The third point is streamlined network operation. Firewall can help to optimize network performance by filtering unnecessary traffic and preventing network bottlenecks. Talking about the fourth point, peace of mind. Knowing that your network is protected by a robust firewall provides peace of mind, enabling you to focus on core business operations. Now, let's talk about the challenges and considerations. What are the challenges faced in the intra and trans firewall? The first is complexity management. Managing and maintaining multiple firewall across a complex network can be challenging, requires specialist skills and tools. When we have a large network, a complex network, then implementing firewall is a challenging task. This requires specialized skilled people and skilled tools for the use. Second is performance optimization. Firewall can sometimes impact network performance, requiring careful configuration and optimization to ensure optimal throughput and responsiveness. Third, evolving threat landscape. The ever-changing landscape of cyber threats necessitates constant vigilance and updates to firewall configuration and security policy to stay ahead of new attack vectors. Now we will see the best practice for successful implementation. Thorough planning, proper configuration, regular monitoring and maintenance, security awareness training. These are the four methods by which we can successfully implement the firewalls. We will develop a comprehensive implementation plan. That will have a defining scope objective timelines, and roles and responsibilities. Proper configuration. We will configure firewalls according to specific security policy and access control requirement. Regular monitoring and maintaining. Implement continuous monitoring and maintenance practice to identify, address security vulnerabilities, update configuration, and ensure ongoing protection. At the last, we will see future trends and the evolving firewall landscape. Artificial intelligence, cloud security, threat intelligence integration. By the use of these three, we can evolve the firewall landscape. Now concluding, we have covered the intra-trans firewalls, their implementations, benefits of intra and trans firewall, and I hope that you understand clearly from this video. Thank you for watching this video.